So good morning, everyone. My name is Kepi. I'm a United States Marine and a Republican candidate for the 50th Council District here in Staten Island. And the reason why we're here today is very simple. We need to refund the police. What's happening with crime in the city is insane. The police is not being protected. The criminals are being protected. The criminals now have the upper hand, and our police officers have no support. They have no support from the law. They have no support from the local elected officials. So that's why we're here today. I mean, just 2 days ago, we had an incident where we're sitting in a coffee shop in the broad daylight, and a thief came, broke in through a car, stole a purse, and we, the citizens, had to chase him down the blocks until we finally caught him. And thanks to 122 precinct, the police officers, they came, they apprehended the guy, they arrested him. And the sad part about all this story, you know, the good news is, yes, we caught him, but the sad part is, when he was being handcuffed, he was telling the police officers, just let me go, because by the time that you do the paperwork, I'm going to be out in the street anyways. He was very well aware of the crime that he committed, and he was also very well aware that the police hands were tied and there was nothing they can do, just book him and send him back out. This is unacceptable. This is the reason why a candidate like me is running for public office, because our police officers need every help they can get so they can keep our community safe. With the laws that we have in place today, our police officers are not safe, and when they're not safe and they have no protection, how about our families? We have no protection because the law is on the side of the criminals. And I want to thank everyone that's here today. We have business owners, we have former Congressman Fossella, and our future borough president, Fossella. So I'm going to let him say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Marco. Thanks, guys, for coming out. Have we had enough yet, folks? Is crime not out of control? The city is out of control. Now on Staten Island, in the middle of the day, in broad daylight, in Dungan Hills, on a nice residential street, a young lady's pocketbook is stolen right out of the car, and you have, as Marco just said, there are no consequences. The guy knows. This is not the first time he's been caught. He's been caught multiple times. And why? Because he can. And the other reason is there aren't enough people standing up and saying enough is enough. And the police officers, the great men and women behind us in the 122, are practically being told, do not enforce the law. Let these bad guys do what they want every day. Not just on Staten Island, but across New York City. So the reason why we're running is because not enough people are saying we have the backs of police officers, men and women. You have these insane nuts talking about defunding police, taking money out of the police department. We see spikes in crime. Vicious crimes are happening every day. It's folks, the McAllisters, thank you all. Every day, what we see here is just unruly, unsafe streets. We've seen this movie before. In the early 90s, they said the city was out of control and ungovernable. We couldn't do anything about it. But we brought the city back, thanks to the men and women of the police department. We brought back the streets. We emphasized the victims and put the bad guys in jail. You know, guys, Marco and his friends behind us have to chase down criminals because the cops are being told, don't enforce the law. That's wrong. We have a businessman here, Sanad Demiri, who was robbed himself just a few days ago on the same block that has happened. Folks, let me be very clear. This is Dungan Hills in the middle of the day. Now, are we going to stand up and defend the business owners? Are we going to stand up and defend the young people who are getting robbed? This could be somebody's sister. This could be somebody's wife. This could be somebody's mother. So we're standing here united to say we are 100% standing with the law enforcement, with the men and women of the police department. And finally, as if it's not insane enough, the New York State Senate is considering this bill called, it's S6615, been introduced to the Senate. It will basically take all uses of force practically for the police officers. Not just practically insane, totally insane what's happening, that police officers may have to get insurance to protect themselves when they're engaged with a violent criminal. This is absolutely unconscionable. I urge everybody on Staten Island across the state to oppose this legislation, and let's take this city back. We've had enough. Thank you for listening.
So you heard it already, and if you like what's going on, you can keep your current elected officials. You know, a lot of people are coming out of everywhere in Staten Island. There isn't a door I don't knock on. that they say, are you supporting Vito? We need Vito back. Why do they say that? Because when he was in charge, when he was in office, they knew that he had our back and he was a real voice for Staten Island. Staten Island was not forgotten. What we have today is we have sleepy politicians that do absolutely nothing, and their staffers that are even worse. So you already know who Congressman Fossella is, that he's delivered for our communities, and that's why people are coming out. And for those people that didn't know who I am, and you know, I'm not a tweet type politician, I don't tweet things. You saw the other day, I'm a hands-on type of guy, so that's what we need to do. We need to be eager to support our community and not sleep on the job. So thank you for coming out, and looking forward to seeing all of you on election day. Thank you very much.
Let me just add one thing here, and this is why people need to vote for Marco Kepi. He's not a guy just, you know, rusty rhetoric. He steps up, he served our country, wore our nation's uniform, and now wants to serve the people of the Mid-Island. There's no nonsense. He's going to deliver for the people, be a hands-on person. And separately, you know, people say, Vito, why are you running? Why'd you jump in so late? Just doing their job. They say, Vito, why'd you jump in so late? I'm at a very good spot in my life. And the reality is this. I saw what was happening across the city, across Staten Island, and I saw that, frankly, the people who announced that they were running are not up to the task. We need strong leadership now. We need people who are going to stand up against these wacko, insane policies and say, we're going to keep Staten Island as the safest big city. Basically, that's why I announced so late, and because I didn't feel that there was enough strong support out there to fight for the people of Staten Island. So vote for Marco, vote for me, June 22nd. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's it.